Hello, I'm the Cartoon Gentleman, bringing you Organized Chaos. And here we are at the final episode of our four-part marathon of Transformers Prime. One shall rise! And this is going to be it. The final episode of this super awesome trilogy. Quadrilogy if you count the One Shall Fall part as part of this episode. But regardless, no more time. Let us continue. Well, the episode begins right where the last episode left off again. Megatron and the rest of them are searching through Unicron to find a spark chamber. So in the meantime, we cut to Ratchet as well as Agent Fowler discussing the one thing that every series of anything is always afraid to discuss. Origin story lore. Before Optimus became a Prime, he was Orion Pax, and before Megatron became Megatron, he was a gladiator by the name of Megatronus. Both of them shared likewise ideas and were best friends. But when push came to shove, Megatron showed his true colors in trying to become the next Prime, arrogantly. But Orion Pax stepped in to try to stop him, which Megatron decided that he wanted to claim the matrix of leadership for himself. So with his army of followers, laid siege upon Cybertron. And ultimately, it was Orion Pax who tried to consult their great leader, where he eventually was reborn by the Matrix to become Optimus Prime. And as far as my comment from before, yes, it is indeed troubling whenever a series tries to push in its lore, especially character backstories. Especially characters like Optimus and Megatron, who are pretty much deified as gods, have to be characterized. It's like the Canterlot wedding scene with Princess Celestia. She's not a god. And neither is Optimus or Megatron. They're just really overpowered. Regardless, story! Well, Megatron and Optimus are racing against time, as Bulkhead shows that he's showing signs of fatigue due to the Dark Energon exposure. And to make matters worse, antibodies of Unicron to start attacking them. And we get possibly one of the most epic scenes put in Transformers Prime as of date. Oh, I think I just came to that scene. You make me proud, boy. You make your old man proud. While this is all happening, Arachnid shows that she's planning a small little coup against Megatron, promoting a strong case of why he's not going to return, and they should just abandon planet. But Soundwave is just like, hell no. And possibly does one of the most satisfying beatdowns this side of the planet.
I yield.
Watch out for the quiet ones.
Quite right, you fabulous homosexual, you. Well, later on, we also find out what exactly that card thing that Optimus gave Jack earlier is all about. It's not the key to the ground bridge power supply at all, but in fact the key to Vector Sigma, possibly one of the most important relics in Cybertronian lore. Oh wait just a Sam Hell here. What is it, Commando? Why the hell would he entrust a human with a card that powerful? Hey Ratchet, do you got this one?
Because he doesn't plan on coming back.
Oh, see, there you go. There's your answer. That's not a satisfying answer. That just shows he has a contingency plan. But why doesn't he just give it to Ratchet? Or, somebody. Well, most of the other Autobots are with him. Ratchet would be the only one, and Ratchet ain't going anywhere anytime soon. So he kind of has no choice. Well, what about Agent Fowler? I mean, he's proved his mettle. Yeah, but we also have to take into account Jack doesn't really offer much in the show. I mean, if you follow me, I'll explain why. Oh, okay. And so after all this infighting, we finally manage to make their way into the spark chamber, as Optimus prepares to open up the Matrix, but Unicron sends a blast of energy right into his chest, causing him to collapse. And Megatron is having a little bit of problems controlling himself, as Unicron's trying to work him like a puppet, and Megatron shows his true mettle at this scene. Just tell me you can watch this scene without getting a bit of goosebumps.
Megatron is commanded by no one!
Damn! What's wrong? Megatron just pretty much told Unicron to go fuck himself. He just told Robot Satan to go fuck himself? He just told Robot Satan to go fuck himself. Damn, son! And so, with nothing else to lose, and a possessed Megatron right behind him, Optimus does the one thing he can do, and pours all the Matrix energy right into the heart of Unicron's core, causing his systems to shut down, and Megatron returns to normal. Hey Optimus, you forgot to play it. I'm sorry, what? You know what I'm talking about. You have the Matrix of Leadership, there's Unicron right in front of you and you're about to release it. Play it. Oh, come on, we're trying to not bank on nostalgia in order to fix our problems with the Transformers franchise. Fine, if you won't play it, I will!
You got the touch. You got the power. When all hell's breaking loose, you'll be right in the eye of the storm.
Oh, that nostalgia. Oh, that nostalgia. It's just... it's so good. So, with Unicron's defeated, Megatron wastes no time in turning the tables and going to kill Optimus. But right before he does so, this happens.
We Megatronus.
Oh, hell! I did not sign up for this kind of plot twist. So, Big OP has turned back into Orion Pax, which his name would still be OP, so I guess that fits, as he runs off with Megatron and has no idea who he is or what's going on. And this is how the season ends. And it was amazing. I could go for hours explaining everything that this 3 to 4 part, if you count the first episode, part does right. From the pacing to the sense of urgency, to the progression of the characters, the pacing, the animation, the fight scenes, the explanations, the backstory of Optimus Prime and Megatron. Everything is handled so beautifully well done. This gets an A++. And on top of that, it leaves us with a cliffhanger, so that we want to come back for more. We want to see what happens to Orion Pax, and where that storyline's going to be going. God, why did they cancel this series so soon? Ugh. I'm a little biased here, I admit. I'm just a teensy bit biased. But this is how you do Transformers. And if the Michael Bay movies are headed down this path of Unicron being the planet Earth, which, by all indications from the last night, that's where they're going, this is the type of storytelling you need to tell that kind of story with. And don't think I won't know, Michael Bay, if you steal from this story. I will know. I'll also know if you just flat out ignore this story as well. I will compare and contrast and tear that movie apart if you at least don't take some basic elements from this version of the story and put it in that Transformers movie story. Hey, just so you know, Michael Bay isn't on the project no more. Really? Nope. Huh. Okay, I take that back, Michael Bay. In the meantime, I wait in anticipation And if you want me to do more Transformers Prime stuff, just let me know in the comments. I got no problems doing Season 2. But in the meantime, I'm the Cartoon Gentleman. I brought you organized chaos, and it was a little chaotic there at the end, I admit. And as you excuse me, I gotta clean up around here. I jizzed a lot during this 4-parter.
This ain't the end of me, all the things that I could be. This is the end of you, after all that we've been through. This ain't the end of me, all the things that I could be. This is the end of you, after all that we've
Woo! Oh, I slipped on my grandson's splooge.